Hello everyone, my name's Loughlin and today I want to talk to you about cooking in your steam oven. And to be a little bit more specific, we're going to talk about the cooking times and the ratios of water to food when you steam. So this is one of the most asked questions that we receive, and it's really important that we don't overthink this when we cook at home so we can simplify it and cook those everyday basic products very easily. So in front of me here, I've got a few examples just to show you. I've got some rice, some quinoa, some French lentils and some pasta. All of these food items here have one thing in common, and that is that when they cook, they absorb water. So traditionally, if you were to pop those into some boiling water, these will plump up, they will gain in weight, and they'll take up some of the water that they are cooking in. To compare them to what I have here, I've just got some kifla potatoes and some carrots. And we know that when we cook these don't absorb water, and they purely just cook from the heat that the steam or the boiling water traditionally would cook them with. So when we look at these products, when we are cooking things like your quinoa, your rice, or any product that absorbs water, that could be your porridge, it could be polenta, the list really does go on. We need to make sure that we have water in with the tray when we cook these products. Whereas when we're cooking vegetables and things that don't absorb water, they can be placed on a tray by themselves. So when we look at this, there's two types of trays that we can steam on. You have your perforated trays. Now that is specifically good for your vegetables, but anything that doesn't absorb water, you can pop them on this tray and steam it. So your fish, all those products that just the heat will cook them with. Then if we look at those products that need to absorb the water when they cook, like what I have in front of me, you would need to place these into a solid steam tray. So generally speaking, if you have things like your rice, your grains, even the lentils, you would go 1 part of the grain to 1 part water. Some grains are firmer, things like a brown rice, really specific beans and that sort of stuff. So if you're not sure, you can go 1 part of the grain to 1.5 parts water. Worst case scenario is you have to pour it off through a colander, but it won't actually affect the cooking time. So your quantity doesn't matter. As long as we are specific to that ratio, you will get fantastic results. And this is great if you need to cook half a cup of rice or 3 cups of rice for the whole family. It makes it really quite easy. Things like your pasta. Now, this is one that we don't really think about steaming, but it comes out amazingly well. When we cook pasta traditionally, you have a big pot of water, your pasta goes in, and once that's cooked, you strain it off through a colander. So we need an excess amount. Whereas with our rice, we're happy for it to absorb everything, the absorption method. So when I'm cooking my pasta or anything like that, I'll grab a slightly deeper tray. My pasta goes in, and then I cover it in water with a good coverage. You want to be quite generous with the amount of water you have here. A pinch of salt, and then it's super simple. If the packet says boil the pasta for 10 minutes, I would then steam the pasta at 100 degrees for 10 minutes. And this is something I want to clarify with you as well, is that whatever time you boil something for, you steam it for the exact same time. So we all know that boiling water is 100 degrees. 100 degrees in the steam oven is exactly the same. So your everyday basic cooking should be a lot easier, knowing that, okay, I boil that for 5 minutes, now I can steam it for 5 minutes. So if in doubt, also refer to the manuals because they will have a bit of a guide, the ratios, all that sort of stuff based on these grains. But normally 1 to 1, worst case 1 to 1.5, same time that you boil it for, and you'll be getting great results. If you want to see some more specific recipes, hop on to www.mieleexperience.com.au or mieleexperience.co.nz, and there'll be a list of recipes there as well. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.